And welcome to another episode of Zav's Takes. I'm Zav, and today I'm going to talk about Tyrese Haliburton's choke gesture that he did when he hit that shot to send game one into overtime the other night. Now, first of all, everyone is labeled this game as the Knicks choke job, right? Back page New York Post was choke 2.0. I saw Paul Pierce had put that cover on a t-shirt. Now, the Knicks didn't play good defense, so by no means did they play a perfect game. I mean, the Pacers didn't play good defense either, all right? But the Knicks did make shots down the stretch. Brunson hit a big three. Cat hit a big three. Brunson had a good drive to the hoop. Cat also had a layup at the end there. So when you're saying this game was a choke job by the Knicks, to me, it was more about the Pacers shooting. They just hit insane shots. Aaron Naismith drained six threes in the final 5 minutes. Haliburton hit a deep three. Okay, and then his game-winning shot. I mean, what are you supposed to do there? He runs back to the three-point line, throws it up, bounces off the rim, 6 feet in the air, drops in. I mean, I went back and watched again, and I saw maybe two shots that you could say, yeah, that was just really bad defense. But for the most part, you just got to tip your cap. I mean, the Pacers, and they've done it twice before in this playoffs where they were down 7+ in the final minute and came back and won the game. I mean, to me, it's yes, the Knicks made mistakes, a couple missed free throws, but more than anything, you tip your cap to the Pacers because they just, especially Aaron Naismith, he just hit, and it was an all-time shooting performance there for the last 5 minutes of a big playoff game. Now that gets me to the choke gesture, okay? And this isn't me about sportsmanship or old man, get off my lawn. If I'm a Pacer coach, if I'm Rick Carlisle, I'm annoyed at this because anyone who's played sports knows when you go into a big event, big race, big game, you're nervous, okay? And you feel the jitters and you just want to loosen up. And the best emotion to go into a game with is just almost just real anger and motivation. You just want to get it done. And I think what Haliburton did, I mean, essentially calling the Knicks chokers, okay, after that game, I think if I'm the Knicks coaching staff, I'm putting that picture in the locker room, okay, and I'm showing it to them nonstop because I think that's going to get them fired up. They don't want to hear that from, they don't want to see that from Haliburton, all right? Look at the playoff run Brunson's been on, okay? Most points in the playoffs this year. He's got to look at that. So I think and sports is played with emotion and it's just bulletin board material and I think it's a stupid move from Halliburton. I don't care if Reggie did it 30 years ago to Spike Lee. To me it's just dumb because it's just giving the other team fodder. All right? So that's my take on that. A couple other things I wanted to bring up. A lot of Knick fans are upset that Reggie Miller is doing the game because, obviously he's Mr. Pacer, Mr. One of the Knicks' nemesis. And you saw after Haliburton hit that shot, Reggie pointed at him. To me, I listened to the game closely. I was watching. I even got the sense that Reggie was going out of his way to not sound biased. And this is pretty typical in sports. I mean, Mike Breen does the Knick games, whether it's ESPN or ABC. For years, Marv Albert during the 90s, during that Knicks run, he was doing all the games on NBC. Aikman does the Cowboy games. It's just common. It's not a big deal in my book. I didn't even think twice about it. But some people on some Nick Twitter world thinks it's a big deal. I really don't. And my last point is just about Nick's strategy moving into game two. Miles McBride had the best plus minus for the Knicks. Tibbs, you gotta use your bench. You've just got to. Remember last year, the Knicks broke down against this Pacer team. The biggest, I mean, they just completely. It was a 7 game series, but it was the Knicks were at such a disadvantage because they were all injured. So, and it's a credit to the Pacers because they are a deep, fast team and they move the ball so well on offense and they want to run. And they got guys coming off the bench who are like thinking about TJ McConnell. All right, he is moving. So, and what's funny is if it wasn't for the last 5 minutes, that shooting display by the Pacers, the story of the game was going to be when Brunson went out with 5 fouls. Miles McBride came in for him, and the Knicks went on a 10-0 run. So, and it's not only Miles McBride. Mitchell Robinson's been amazing this playoffs. So I'm hoping Tibbs going into game two. This is what I'm looking for. I want McBride to play more minutes. I want Mitchell. I mean, I know Mitchell has a injured history, but he's got to play big minutes. I would give more minutes to Cameron Payne and Precious Achiuwa. Precious, let him play. He's a decent player, decent size, strength. He could defend. I think you got to use more bodies. So I think the way Tibbs uses his bench is key to this series. So, all right, so there it is. So enjoy the game, everyone. I expect a fired up Knicks team, and part of it could be from that choking gesture from Haliburton. I think that was just a dumb move. So that's my take. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.